Yeah, extremely excited. Not only do you feel like you kind of got your friend back, but he was, the guy I was probably closest with on that team. And if there was one guy I could have brought with me, not just because of who he was as a person, but who he is as a competitor and as a ball player, it would have been him. So I'm extremely excited to have him. Yeah, we talked the day before the trade, probably about 24 hours before, and he just kind of called, wanted to get in the down low on Frazier, what kind of guy he is, if he's comfortable playing other positions, how he was in left. He played a handful of games there for us at the end of 19, and even I think at the end of last year. But he's a ball player. I mean, he kind of play wherever you put him. Just a really good overall athlete. So I feel like anywhere you stick him, he'll be able to get a job done. But just his desire to win, being with the Pittsburgh with Pirates for his entire career, it hasn't been a winning organization since he's been there. And he's a very competitive guy. Comes from Mississippi State, where it's a good baseball program and real competitive. And I feel like his game will elevate when he gets around a team that is going to be competing and going for a postseason push.
What's it like when AJ brings that news up to you? Do you have to keep it quiet to Adam, or do you kind of text him and say, hey, this is on the table? Or because he kind of knew that there were people suiting him, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, AJ asked me to kind of keep it between us. He was just kind of doing his due diligence by calling and finding out about guys. So it took a lot for me to keep it quiet, but as soon as he did, I called. As soon as the trade went through, I called Adam and said, man, it was the hardest 24 hours to keep that quiet, but he's extremely excited.
How do you think he'll do coming to a team? He seems like he's really excited. Like, how do you think he'll do coming to a team at the trade deadline when you got to pack up and go and everything's so quick?
Yeah, I've never been part of a trade in season, but I've been part of a handful of trades in the off season, and it can be a little bit of a shake-up, coming into a new clubhouse, trying to learn your way around and learn names and the routine he's got to deal as a position player. You got to deal with a whole new set of signs and different things to deal with and different ways the defense is run, but he's a ball player, man, and he adjusts. And like I said, we got one of the best staffs here in the game, so they'll do a good job of adjusting with him.
He said he's already leaned on you for a lot. How have you helped him so far?
Yeah, he came in last night. He came over to my house. I just bought a new house out in Point Loma, and I got a little extra guest house. So I told him, I said, if you don't want to stay at the hotel, you want a little more of a homey feeling, you're welcome to stay here. So he came over last night. I made a brisket. We smoked a cigar and had a bourbon, and tried to fill him in on as much as I could about what the team's like and what to expect. He's real quiet, real to himself. He's not a very flashy player, but you can expect everything from him on the field. Effort-wise, will always be 100. Real patient. I think he fits into this lineup really well as far as his ability to control the zone and make you come into him and not go and chase pitches. He's a good leader in the sense that the way that he goes about his routine and his energy is infectious. So without having to get up in front of the room and give the rah-rah speech, he's able to pull guys in his direction.